Welcome back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 22 of our legendary Yuan Bo Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we're going to start things off with a little bit of Mike woes. We were initially going to start off with the battle against Luther Harkin here, where we were easily able to just auto-resolve, but Mike was muted so we didn't get to see that part. Basically just auto-resolved Luther. We're going to move up and finish him off now. All 420 of your personalities get drop-kicked into the sea. That will do. We'll take the execution of those captives for a bit more experience, because they're going to definitely need it for throwing down with... Perfect. She's gained the headsman trait that I'm always looking for. Free an enemy is a fatal mistake. Better to free them of their head. Executing captives after a battle multiple times will give the -3 control on enemy provinces doesn't really matter. But the -3 leadership is always great. The faster your enemies run for the hills, the faster they get butchered as they run. Dark, but perfect.
Fly the Emperor's flag.
Alright, we're going to switch the Star Tower on over to the Storm Dragon's Edict. That way we can defend against the lizards. And I'm going to have Yuan Bo pacify the vampires behind us, because I don't trust that the Bretonnians are going to do a very good job of that. So we'll just do it ourselves. Finish them off here. Let's go ahead and give our Fire Banner back over to, I guess, our Jade Warriors in the front line. Help them cut through any regenerative fools. Let's go ahead and claim this. Kind of the slow and steady crawl across Lystria. Demolish the useless building. And we'll upgrade the Poxmarsh. And we can go for a better Thayan district, but we've got 14,000 gold. Let's use it wisely. At current. Oh, Gotrek is rolling with you guys. What a traitor. Rakarth have any friends? No, but we can block his army. Get him Yutang. We'll send League Woe round to see about blocking Elon.
Their passage shall be slowed.
Then we can sneak through, because I'm not even going to worry about our settlements here. We can easily hold. Spectazuma we might lose, but Gotrek should be able to... In fact, Gotrek, you go get Rakarth. How far can he move? Not even to Spectazuma? He is... He's even got a broken leg. Go get him. Go with Celestial Cat, and then... What else does your army need? This is looking very run-of-the-mill. Let's go Crane Guns. Do love me some black powder. Keep saving with Karazakarak. We've got enough for the flame cannons, and I know exactly where those are going. Over to Satang Squad. Or I guess it's also time to lose my voice a little bit here. Might mute to grab a drink real quick. One fast second. We'll grab these flame cannons first. 2 turns, no problem. So we're recruiting on in the Jade Warrior crossbows, and then some flame cannons. Can I get any more artillery from our allies? Reichland still doesn't know how to field any. Emery has some cool stuff, but we can't... Don't have enough allegiance points yet. We probably could with Catherine if she had her little Grom, but not yet. And do we want field trebuchets? It's goofy, but I don't even think we could really make use of them behind our walls. Yeah, so we'll just keep building up those allegiance points then. If we can get our own firing rockets first, that's what we'll do. Now it's time to send our armies across the sea. Woe be to our enemies. We'll go to the edge of our own territory here, so we're not attritioning.
Servant of the dragon.
Right outside the port of Fuchao. Upgrade Chiwu, and then we'll start sending our myriad forces across. 19 is just fine. We can recruit in a hero to send them with them. We've got plenty of Astromancers over there. Let's come all the way up to the edge of the sea here, so we're not attritioning. We'll send Yuan Ye with you. As a 2-part squad. I will then go ahead and recruit in a new lord down here to hold the line. Whatever's our cheapest. Juwang or Junwang? Maybe not. Irascible, Enlightened, or Crafty. Does anyone have any better traits for actually upkeeping a province? Mincy does. So she'll be who we recruit in. You'll hang out in Fuhang. You are so expensive. Like 2,000 just for one soldier. We'll just basically leave her by herself here at Fuhang in case anything happens. Alchemy Workshop. increased yin buildings, and then even more increased yin buildings. Let's go for the control variant. Awesome stuff. We're really low on gold. Let's see if we have Miao Ying willing to confederate up yet. Ooh, she is indeed. Welcome to the team.
Empire has not survived until now without friends.
Cathay now stands united.
Very well.
That didn't sound very happy. I can't wait to send you into battle, though.
Stephen Warlord!
Clan Gritus still wants to trade. Okay, now with our increased power, everyone wants to be our friend. Well, let's start off by being buddies with the likes of Eltharion the Grim.
My father. If not, leave.
Oh, we're absolutely here to help you avenge your father. Here's Grom down here. We found him for you.
Tor Evres expects.
So useful. We could also trade with Thwakwa. I don't think we really want to make friends with too many of the Lizardmen empires. I will keep trying to make our peace with the Spirits of Shanlin here. I don't want a random Keebler uprising. And then Itza as well. As long as we can get down to the Colchin Plains before they do, we should be good to go. Like the alliance with the Saurus. And now it's time for some laser beams from the sky. Can't believe get rid of the Blue Roses wants military access. I wouldn't trust us.
Do not assume that a hunter does not understand negotiation.
I understand you're going to give me some coins and we're going to be buddies. It's going to be great.
The Empire.
Holy, that's not great. 21,000? Alright, Northern Provinces, what were you guys up to? Fielding a bunch of garbage. We've secured all of the provinces. I'm gonna have to start kicking out a few of our armies here, aren't I? We're gonna keep Miao Ying, absolutely. Storm Dragon. Supreme Matriarch of Nangao. This will give us more allegiance points gained with Grand Cathay, which would be great to have earlier on. Of the Van Braces of Yen, less upkeep, more attack and defense, and then a little bit of a lovely passive debuff for our enemies. Got the Tormentor Sword for people in place, which is great. Is there anything else we can just pass out to Miao Ying real quick? Happy to combine up a few of these ruby rings. Now we just get a sword, that's no use. No good there at all. Well, we could give her an obsidian trinket. Not the best. Let's combine those up and maybe we can get ourselves a new talisman. Or a Vorpal shard. We'll combine the Vorpal with the Anti-Hero Blade, Scroll of Leeching. I'll combine those up to maybe get something a little bit different. Obsidian Blade. Different, but not better. We will do with Silk Weaver, Swordmaster, and then the Water Snake Breeder. As for your skills, they actually didn't do too bad. Even though you were on Unyielding, which is, I guess, fine for your front line. What you really want to do is Sure Aim and Eastern Fires for Miao Ying. So we may send her on back to retrain here once we've dealt with some of our enemies. Take the Standard of Nangao from one of our lessers. The Lesser Dragon-Blooded. Pop you in a Non-Li. Get you to get rid of Wanshan Fu here and a few of these other armies we don't necessarily need. Upgrade into the Stone Gate all the way up to a Stronghold. That's perfect. So as soon as we get up these steel tokens, we can go ahead and...
Lord Magistrate reporting.
I think I'll keep your heroes, but everything else is getting kicked.
Sent by Cathay.
We'll pull them out of his army.
Magistrate reporting. I serve.
Make sure we can actually afford them.
Be on guard.
Get rid of this whole squad here. Cannons and all. Our income is still looking really suspect. We've also got Chow Ya? You fired. Down to 5,000, and then it's just Tan Ji Mo. His army also looks pretty awesome. Let's send you down to join up with one of the lesser squads, and maybe we'll just kick out all these like normal Halberdier warriors and such. Crossbows. We can really use that to retrofit Yuan Mao's army. Go ahead and get rid of these long spears.
Cathay elsewhere.
Most of his crossbow, or most of his bowmen. We'll try to move these two armies together quickly.
Quick march. Victory lies ahead.
So all of the Jade Warriors will get the boot. I think the Halberdiers will also get the boot, and then we'll keep everything else. Except for one of these lances, and then one of these cannons.
I must make calculations.
Indeed. We've got the army sitting here at... Oh, we could have just deleted these guys. That's alright. That fixes things immediately here. For Kunlan, let's go for control, because we are going to be in a deficit for a while due to the Confederation. I mean, as far as the rest of this goes, not bad. I prefer the Archer Towers because you get more crossbows than Jade Warriors, but either way is completely fine. Demolish this building. It's going to be quite a bit of jumping around and making sure our buildings are all intact. Provinces too. I don't mind another Jade Barracks because it'll allow us to have even more Gate Masters, but we might be so over the cap now. Really? Just on Alchemists. Cool. I don't mind more Gate Masters. Stables at Po Mei. We are all in on Yang on this side, aren't we? We'll try to switch that over when we can. We've got the Temple of the Jade-Blooded Sorcerers, so the spiritual city of Wang Chang is home to the Temple of the Jade-Blooded Sorcerers, the greatest practitioners of the elemental wind of life in all of Grand Cathay. I think they're also vampires. Unless that's an entirely different group, the Jade-Blooded Vampires.
Master. General.
You packing any magic at the moment? Looks like no, so we'll have Zhao Li join you.
Of the House of Secrets. Let their feet
Then we will likely get rid of one of our Jade Warriors from the other factions here. We'll let the Gate be most of our front line, because that's what it is also packing the most of.
Gate Master.
Gate Master, I don't think Miao Ying has any extra help, so you come on down here and join her.
You have much to learn.
We just bring both the Gate Masters with,
Will of the dragons.
she can be the spellcaster for that squad. No problem. Nangao, we absolutely will tear out this Jade Barracks here, and the powder magazine in the wrong spot. Keep the tower, we'll keep the trade exchange, maybe. No, we won't. Shred of Yin we will keep, though.
The dragon's love is in doubt.
Dragon's love is in doubt. Jingpo is about to get its landmark
Celestial
building as well.
ancestors.
Let's pull the province tab here and bounce through a little bit more effectively. As far as our Cathayan settlements go, what I'm going to do with most of the Bastion gates, I'm going to delete this here and the dormitory here as well, is we'll turn them all into the fortress cities, and then these different actual Bastion unique buildings give some pretty cool faction-wide buffs that I'll be able to show off. Ivory Road's looking good. Jungle of Webs is too. I think we've got most of our province looking as well as we can. Miao Ying didn't do a terrible job of administrating there. If anything, I will delete this barracks. So we're now about to have a pretty... way too many Gate Masters. We can fix that up with all of the Mountains of Morin settlements, because most of them only go to tier 3, so it's a perfect place to put in some barracks and dormitories. Alright, so Zhao Kang will have you move up to Hexwaddle.
Join me in the war room.
This Del Cargo is calling our name as well. Dang, I don't really see a reason for you to be here other than just kind of keeping an eye on the undead and Ugath, who is starting to lose some ground. Skip through you.
General.
Get Chanhuo moving further down south. Just extreme speed. We want to stay in Bordelot's territory, so we're still replenishing. I'm going to bring you over to keep an eye on what's happening on this side of the map, too. We may have just moved into a dangerous location. Looks like no, we did not.
win the day.
Skip through Peng.
Blooded Shogunga.
Peng Liang here in the mountains. We might have you...
Ancestors require it.
Oh, hello, Muck. Attacking Karakazorn, are you? A valiant defeat. I actually think we would win this one even out on the field. I'm not going to take to the field, though, because we don't have any spellcasters ourselves, and our walls are definitely our advantage here.
Another time.
Another time, indeed.
Lord Magistrate reporting.
Let's hand you over tactical prowess, or maybe just... What is the most of our army comprised of? Cannons, crossbows, it's a pretty mixed bag here. Let's just go for good old inspired marksmanship too. Doubles the accuracy, but not the reload skill. You can plop that on one of our cannons and watch them shoot the eye out of a fly from a mile away. Of course, there might not be ability. And we can let them continue to besiege. I think there was an army hanging out in the Vale of Titans, unless that was Muck Wolfharda. In which case, we can come on up and just take this back. And keep them from having any way to retreat.
Rule. The
The edge of our territory here for you as well. Then we'll have Zhao Ming.
The Iron Dragon.
What do we need to do here at Gorger Rock? Capture and occupy. Sold.
The Celestial Blacksmith.
Nothing they're gonna be able to do about it.
No.
There's not even any walls here.
Never in 1,000 lifetimes.
Never in 1,000 lifetimes.
We shall prevail.
This now belongs to
Celestial
Cathay.
Empire ever grows.
Indeed. Raised up from barbarism.
I
We have
crave.
fixed the place. Perfect. As far as Feng Liang goes, we'll have her march across after Black Fang.
Redouble your speeds.
So let's go to Crack Bragg so we don't get attacked on the road.
The
And that
Iron
pretty much stamps
Dragon.
out the last of Grimgor's menace here. Except for this small little vestige here. Everywhere we can go for more control, that's going to be the plan. Bei Chai at the Delta, we can go ahead and delete the corral. We managed to see that this time. Control here. We will go growth of the Turtle Gate. And growth of the Snake Gate as well. Excellent.
Heat dulls
With that, we'll end the turn. Firoz the Scourger moves in to attack our Turtle Gate. Heroic victory with medium casualties, you poor fools. And fortunately for you, we can handle you. With an auto-resolve.
Order. They are rabble.
You bring a larger force, I absolutely will throw hands. Pardon them.
Fear the dragon's wrath.
I am an immortal.
Karth looking for peace.
But even my patience.
We could be sneaky here. Give him peace and still keep moving on down south. Looks like he's just trying to run away, though. So no, we're gonna deny your peace treaty. Really? Clan Scryer? Oh, we're being attacked by so many. Well, Tanzi Tao's caravan, there's nothing that we can do here. What a nightmare. What did we do to you? Even got the Warpstone Doom Rocket. Warpstorm Doom Rocket. Trying to move through Scryer's territory. Where even are we? That they're attacking us at. This looks very similar to just being in the middle of the Empire. Unfortunately here, I'm going to have to give this one the auto-resolve. Even if we fight it to take down as much as we can, it's not doing anything for us because there's nothing in the area. Yeah, the Plague Claw catapults just kind of seal the deal for him. We have nothing that can get in there and disrupt them. Unfortunately, we'll have to hand that over.
2 arms in Zheng Yang's name.
Yeah, that's about how that would have gone. We would just get bombarded to death, and then the Norscans would show up and charge us down. Alright, hitting the turtle gate again. Not a bad call. Or not a good call, I guess. Get out of here. All we have left is the Jade Warrior crossbows. We will take the gold.
Harmony restored.
You're just gonna keep hitting the gate until they make it through. Wrath of Nature has been destroyed, which is great that I didn't have to do it. That is a horrifying rogue army. Eat Rakarth. Good work on that.
Heaven's servant.
Move up to see what's going on here with Be'lakor.
I govern in the Emperor's
I don't like that you're sitting outside of our territory and recruiting. It's never a good sign.
From here, we
You move
shall
up to the Ziggurat of Dawn just to hold the line. Karth is
acolyte
just gonna raid since he can't escape.
Their
And block him again.
slow.
I don't mind if he necessarily goes after Spectazuma. Hopefully Gotrek is gonna stand in his way though. Let's have you skate up to... Oh, come on down towards Elon. Make sure she can't
Set sail.
reinforce where
instrument
we're
of
going
the
after.
divine.
Over to the
Knowledge
Golden Ziggurat.
ours.
Serve from the front.
Down, we can
Success with
keep him
more
in march.
aggression.
There could be an army down here, but we'll take that
Building harmony.
risk.
The Jade.
Yuan Bo is going to continue to auto-resolve his way up the coast here.
Tell the soldiers, move.
They may choose to try to take down the Awakening once more. But that's something we can deal with. Stay outside of their territory just so we're not attritioning. And then we'll dropkick Zlanwa Peck here. Next turn,
Master of the meteor winds.
we'll just go ahead and start building up magic instead.
Sorcery through me.
Our income's about to even itself out as well, because we're going to come on in.
Scan the seas for foes.
Get as close here to the Jade Sea as we can. For the entrance to Sea Lane.
Sailing turns my stomach. Gate master.
Yuan Mao already has no Gate Master, but we'll send him down to maybe join up with... That's actually quite a long journey. So Yuan Mao will... We got 2 left over, so let's just get rid of a couple of these archers. Replace them all with the crossbows. Cannons, drum. Get rid of 1 more unit. Well, I don't know exactly who we want to get rid of then. Maybe just... Oh, I guess we don't need both Grand Cannons. We can just take the one. So we'll get rid of the Grand Cannons from this group here.
Be on guard.
Kick all of these lads out.
They require assessment.
Back to the
We
fields.
will return to the Bastion.
Or to the Bastion, either one.
We will reach our destination.
We'll send you across the seas.
Jade commander.
Send Dingjun with him. Let the Lustrian invasion begin. You go ahead and set sail. Well,
Dragon-blooded Shogungan.
I don't know if we can have both these armies attack the remnants of battle at the same time, if that even is the
We sail.
combat-oriented event one. Let's find out. Go for a sunken chest. Wax sealed rations and 1,500 gold. Now across the sea we travel.
Natural authority.
Indeed. Unleash the Cathayan Armada.
Power in the blood.
Bounce around and do as many upgrades as we possibly can here. Except for in the ancient giant lands. Everywhere else. Let's get the mooring tower. That was extremely expensive. Before we do get the mooring tower, can we upgrade Shang Wu up to tier 5? Yes, please. Turtle Gate, we definitely need to go for replenishment. More defensive supplies would also be pretty good. Help them hold the line. Jingpo, we can't quite afford the observatory. It's going to be 6,000, which is pretty crazy. Administration centers, we'll put it instead.
Humility in all things.
Since this is tier 5 now, we can start destroying these administration centers. They're going to drop our income we're making from all buildings by 6%, but we can replace it with just pure money making. Business. Let's find all of the heroes that have not been moved. Okay, are we under siege? They realize that they can just smash through the turtle gate here while we're recruiting, which is a bit unfortunate. How much have they... Oh, never mind. They replenish fast. Wall strength is not 100%, but there's no getting through there. That's incredible.
Ha! Ekwazok!
You would be the Wazak there, sir.
Eyes ahead.
Get out of my mind.
We'll then turn right back around and come down the mountain. If we lose Gorger Rock to any of the Chaos factions, don't mind whatsoever. But we may not have to do anything at all, as Skagawath is moving in. We're not at war with you guys, are we? In fact, no, we are improving since we've been bullying the Greenskins.
Lord of Yin and Yang.
Come to the edge of our territory here. Muck is still sitting outside with his normie goblins. We'll stay behind our walls. Jane can move up and secure the Vault of Titans with
Never fly.
Other Lord, hopefully.
Never falter.
Oh, really? You can't move further. Yeah, we'll just take the win then.
In ordered ranks.
Let's go ahead and occupy the settlement.
At once.
We'll have Shui Fan. Honestly, I'm just going to kick this army out.
Cathay has no need of wastrels.
We don't really need them, do we?
Adorn my chamber.
Guess you're going to be on watching for Rogue Army
Favored daughter.
duty, which is not a
I will
fun
make my father
time, but someone's got to do it.
ready to defend.
We'll have to come back in here and re-upgrade Nangao and all of our provinces. All in due time.
Feng Shi.
Yufu, you just need to hold the line.
It is my calling.
Oh, I guess we can't bring you out of March Dance now? Sure, why not?
So much to do.
Who hasn't been moved? NC
Fate reveals a path.
is defending Fuhang.
Master of the province.
For this Gate Master, let's go for additional hard to hit. Scan through here for any of the other skills that might be hiding from us.
Alchemist of the House of Secrets.
By Fang, you can come up here and keep an eye on the challenge stone. And then if we need to, we can kind of have her circle round and join up with Xiao Ming. Let's go for less enemy movement range here in the Bone Road. And we'll have to wait until the next turn for our next caravan dispatch. I think pretty much all of them we are going to try to send through towards Myrmidons, because there aren't as many Scavity factions over here that we'll have to be dealing with. Just the likes of the... Well, I guess Scarbrand could still be here, and there is the Bloody Hands Savage Orcs, so should be better than dealing with Scryer and the Invasion of the Empire. Right then.
Above all.
Come on up to Xiao Ming and Feng in the turn. Alright, Zatan is back, and his army is not strong enough to get through the gates. It's scary looking, but it's, fortunately for him, quite weak. And actually, before I hit the auto-resolve, we will defend this one. Have ourselves, because we haven't actually gotten to see how defending the Bastion actually is. Not for quite some time. We'll pull the map up real quick. It's basically just it's very similar to the forts. If you are familiar with defending Helmgart or any of the ones over in the Imperial side of the world, It's almost identical to that, but Cathayan. So we'll have ourselves a defense against Zatan the Black here in the next episode. For now, though, I'm out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Yuan Bo video. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like for Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne. See you all in the next one. Alright, well I was all ready to edit this video on up and get it processed when I realized that my dyslexia definitely kicked on in, and I thought this was at the 56-minute mark for the video. That's why we didn't decide to fight this battle. We were instead of the 36-minute mark. So what I'm going to do is we'll have one final defense here of the Bastion against Zatan's forces, where we will hope to prove the auto-resolve right and actually achieve victory. If not, well, woe is me. What we are going to do to start is, instead of putting in a rocket tower like I normally would, we will go ahead and deploy a good old cannon tower here, and then a secondary one as soon as we are able in this position, because most of the scariest Dawizar units are going to be very clumped up, and even those hit with cannonballs is going to hit quite a few. But the most scary units for us here are definitely going to be the Death Shrieker, the Hell Cannon over here, and then their very own Thomas the Pain Train with the Iron Demon. Zatan is obviously going to be an absolute menace as well, but we can kind of get him bogged down in the Celestial Dragon Guard, and hopefully tear him to pieces like that. The other two units are going to be much more spooky. Let's see if we can hold. I want the Peasant Horsemen kind of hiding back here, and we'll do the Lances on the other side, because they can actually throw down in a brawl with the enemy Wolf Raiders over here. Battle begin. We've got 2 breaches in the wall already, which is no good. Let's have as many of these as we can fire on the Iron Demon and the Hell Cannon. Actually, we want the Infernal Guard. Hell Cannon we can deal with. On this side, we want to also be firing on the Death Shrieker. Everything that can blast that rocket launcher. Wolf Raiders are moving on in to try to test their luck. And Zatan might elect just to go up on top of the walls, which would be an issue, but we'll just bring these Halberdier warriors over to assist with that. You're going to keep them up on the walls, since he's captured them anyway, so they're not leaving, even if we wanted them to. Let's have Iron Hail Guns start rotating over to use their shotguns. Have these Jade Warriors start rotating as well. Those blunderbusses definitely need to go. Because otherwise, oh good grief, yeah. Nice volley. Let's get around the corner here. Force them to come on in. You guys fire on the Iron Demon. They're trying to stay just out of range, which I respect. Now we've got enough for the secondary cannon tower here, so let's come on up and deploy. Alright, they've elected to deploy ladders with their blunderbusses, so it means we want to pull our crossbow teams back. We'll send the normal Jade Warriors in. They're just sitting right outside of our reach. Those shotguns over there. Speaking of, they brought their own Iron Demon into play. A nasty kind of cinder shot. Give them another volley. Oh, we need to bring more Halberdier Warriors in to stop these blunderbusses. And let's just set the Iron Hail Guns in this position. Them just sitting outside the walls with all of their artillery teams is an interesting strategy. Let's come back. Looks like they were trying to draw us in, so we'll come back away from the walls. That way they have to come up the ladders themselves. How are you through the gates? Well, we just lost a ton of Dragon Guard for no reason there, so we'll send them in immediately to try to engage in melee. Zatan is getting dragged down. And we've got those blunderbusses as well caught up in melee. Whenever they are able to fire volleys, there's going to be a ton of health lost. Blunderbusses are going to try to retreat. So, why weren't you charging forward? They just decided to stand there and get blasted to bits? I know I gave the attack or forward order.
Move in formation! Seeking Cathay's foes!
Stand behind this wall there. They definitely did a number on y'all. I mean, those blunderbusses are getting annihilated. Fire on Zatan when you can. I mean, we're about to get another cannon tower, which I'm going to put in over here. They're definitely, I think, keeping their warriors back because they know about my cavalry. They're going to have to keep moving in at some point. They've lost the Death Shriek, which didn't, I think, fire a single rocket. Zatan is being eliminated by shotguns. Badass woman of Cathay in there, iron hail guns. Versus a magical, horribly mutated Chaos Dwarf. Yeah, Zatan should be fleeing for hills quite soon. And then we can start focusing on the Hell Cannon. Since, for whatever reason, I guess the artillery is not working, I'm definitely going to have to report Zeus as a bug if they haven't already noticed it. Actually, on this side, let's go ahead and put in a rocket tower here in a moment, because they are pretty much out of single entity dangerous units. Seeky gets, let's go ahead and fall back. Because they do have true warriors moving on in now. We'll scoot forward then. Yeah, the shotgun just walked in and started blasting us to bits. Burn and chop them up. That's a lot of free kills for no reason there. Zatan is almost gone. He did manage to get away though, just barely enough. So we'll go rocket tower over here. And then I'm going to send the cavalry in. Smash the blunderbuss units that have already moved in. We lose our Dragon Guard, which is no good, but that's my own misplay there. Let's fire on the Iron Glaives. Or I guess the Infernal Iron Guard with Fire Glaives. We'll combine up their name as much as we need to. Jade Warrior and Halberdiers move in. Both the crossbow teams wreak havoc as well. Actually, let's go ahead and fire on those Fire Glaives. Shotgun ladies has come around to get another good angle. Cavalry will just go through and hit these blunderbusses right in the back. Caught between a rock and some peasants. Let them turn. Halberdiers, you guys move over. Let's get these crossbows back.
Never conquered.
Great weapons and great weapons, so it's going to be still quite a fight. Bring the Dragon Guard down. Could easily crush that group. Move them in, we'll have the lances go outside the walls and circle around. Iron Hail guns just go after what shots you can there. Sneaky gets are going to be an issue. You guys come in and engage the Sneaky gets, it'd be awesome. We aren't going to retreat, though. The Hell Cannon team's trying to chase down our crossbows. I think that's an easy fight for them. Our Halberdiers, though, are going to struggle quite a bit. Peasants get away from those Great Axe Warriors. That looks to be the break. Nothing left but the Hell Cannons. Beautiful. I'm going to send our lances and our horsemen round to gather up the rest of these foolhardy chorfs. I'll catch you all in a moment. And we claim a glorious heroic victory. Could have lost even fewer if I managed to have a little bit better situational awareness, but we managed to dropkick Zatan the Black. Also, it did help that none of his artillery pieces were firing as they should have been, so we'll have to definitely keep that in mind. We didn't fully win that one with our own skills. I'll take the gold there.
Deaths benefit no one.
Come, rest.
Hello, bad man.
Journeyed hard.
He has journeyed hard and wishes for an alliance. Indeed, we'll come over here and help you take out Grom.
My enemies gather, though I still have no measure.
Ah, the Dragon Simp. What do you want, Imric? Military access. Ah, so you wish to survey the lands of Cathay? All the way up to a defensive alliance, sure. for a very suspicious amount of gold. I'm on to you, Imric. You're a skilled diplomatist. I accept.
I represent the hearts of Cathay.
Indeed. As it does also help that we are the strongest faction by far. My wealth and power know no bounds. I am generous to those who treat me with the respect I deserve. She wishes for military access. I mean, are we allies with anyone she's fighting currently? I don't really want to side with Khalida over Krokgar and Ironbrow. No. And now Grimgor's moving on Karakazorn. Really? A close defeat, you think so? Buckle up for another siege. Alright, so I know for a fact this battle's gonna go better than the previous one. The orcs are moving in... Oh, some actually clever tactics. They're gonna hide everyone they can behind the siege tower here. The clever wa. These ones is brutally cunning, and they're coming in where we don't have any kind of towers at all. What we're gonna do there is actually pull back on this group. Let's do archers and 2 sets of crossbows. Is there a little bit of a lip here? Perfect. Which means we can harass them as they come up and over. Big fools. Since we are basically dwarven, basically a human dwarven faction, we can set up in their firing positions quite well. As I lose my voice, we need to grab some water. Let's make sure we know who's already deployed. We'll get them in guard mode, and then we'll get these last 3 crossbows deployed over somewhere else. These archers are set up here. Let's pull them over where they actually have control of the battle tower. And let's do the same thing with maybe just a random group of Jade Warriors. Want to make sure we do try to retreat them, but as many towers firing as possible is gonna be really good for us. And they're here, so they can go either way. I'm enjoying this brutally cunning planning you guys have going. Wish they could fire kind of in an actual 360 like it looks like they should be able to there. Let's at least activate one of the crossbow towers so we can just kind of have a blanket everywhere else, and then we can do everyone over here in group 1 in guard mode, and then we'll see how many Jade Warriors are not deployed. So we know we've got the one group of spears here, followed up by the Jade Warriors. It's one of the most unstoppable combos that Cathay has, especially for early game. Go back to the hill just a little bit, so I can deploy the barricade if I want. I think it'd be a good idea to get the tower in here, though. We've only got the 1 unit of Jade Warriors deployed. Figure out where everyone else needs to go. Let's do a set of towers with the spearmen, because they should be fast enough to retreat. We'll get you guys in group 2 since you're deployed. These 2. Let's go 1 on this tower. These 3 can kind of really set up wherever. I think the final fallback point should just be up here. So we'll set up the general here. And then maybe more warriors to make sure we don't get run up on. Honestly, I think we should be fine, though. No more towers for us to activate, sadly. Alright, so let's get the rest of our warriors then. Just bring them over here. That'll do. I may have you guys set up on this tower, just in case they try to go wide. Now we shall kick things off. Threaten this group of cavalry. And all of our infantry in group 2 and get them in guard mode so they're not trying to charge into battle like fools. Let's get this thing going. I'm gonna zoom all over the map here.
Wind and fire.
Alright, so have you... I don't know if you'll have time to take down the tower. But we can try. Fire on the tower. Everything else that can as well. Get those shots in where possible. So they are all going this way, but we can still blast at them with this tower, which is great. Crossbows. Let's try to take down this tower as it moves in. Well, you guys should be able to deal with these Gabo archers, no problem. They actually can shoot 360, it just doesn't look like they can. These swordsmen can come up and around, no reason to have them there. Yeah, blast apart the orc boys. The archers are pretty easy for us to deal with. Come on. They make it to the walls, you have got to run. Remembering peasants up so they can go through the walls, or the gates on the other side there. They have docked. Run, run, run. And we'll put in the trap here. That way all the orcs moving through get destroyed. Speaking of, crossbows, you guys need to all run. Run quickly. It might be too late. We'll have these swordsmen come up and these crossbows can all kind of come up and around behind him. That'd be the plan. Now you guys go out and deal with these archers. On the other side here, these crossbows might be about to get run over. Run, lads, run! Didn't even actually manage to escape. Looks like these guys got caught. We're gonna want to leave them then. What do these sacrifice? Meanwhile, the peasant horsemen got thwarted by archers going up on top of the towers. That tends to be the way. They control the towers now too, so let's get inside the walls. We'll use them to pick off isolated units, if we can find some. Orc boys are just a little bit faster than most of our own. Keep destroying those Gabo archers. Those are pretty much the only guys that can give you any trouble. And then as far as this side, we'll come on in and grab Piercing Tower. Everyone's fleeing where they can. Archers. Oh no, several of our crossbows now being caught. We need the Jade Warriors to move up a little bit further, and then you come back to help out. Back behind the line. That side we've got completely handled. As soon as these archers come down off the wall, I'll send in the peasant horsemen. Let's go another set of gunnery towers here. We're going to lose a few, but the armor should hold up in a lot of the cases there. He pressed right through our trap. Hold the line. Trying to go around, you guys move up and block that position. We've got towers in lots of spots. Now that group of archers got caught. You will be remembered. Deal with the archers first. Looks like the Gabos have come on down, so let's go run them over. Yeah, that big boss has got a heap of problems now. And his poor boys are standing on caltrops. Sliced down by the legions of Cathay. Perfect. And they are streaming through our settlement, but you claim all the positions you want. As long as we hold one, we're good. I guess we do have to hold the final zone. Let's send you guys back to do that. And then we can have reinforcements roll back there as well if we need to. I don't know that we'll need them, but we'll pull them back there either way. Over on this side, you've got Jade Warriors annihilating Orc Boys. Let's blast the group coming in. cavalry come on and hit them second time there. They're already broken, but we'll make sure they remain that way. Give these clowns a charge. Looks like we've got them. Leave those warriors there. These crossbows can move in to help. We'll have the others come up and around. We do still have a secondary army to deal with here. Let's go Piercing Tower 2. There's no getting through our wall of Jade Warriors. They're going to try, though. Doing the press-through maneuver. Interesting. So there's more orc boys around there. Let's not do that, then. The sneakiest orc boys. Raid that tower when we can. If you could just turn and fire your arrows without getting too close to them and getting scared, that'd be awesome. They're actually cycle charging their orcs, which is cool. It's not going to work for them, but it's cool to see. Still got a few isolated teams for us to deal with. Let's bring the Jade Warriors up. That way they're actually fighting the enemy on the slope. Alright, let's get blasting into this last group of boys. Prepare to hold the line. Let's throw in nothing. Anything we'll want to put in more towers to kind of weaken the other boys running around. Oh no, they captured our gates. Whatever shall we do? Confident orc boys those are. Nearly in range. Bring the archers over a bit so they're not getting disrupted too much there. The Jade Warriors are the wall. Especially with all the upgrades we've given them at this point, they are incredible. In fact, what are their stats looking like? They are a tier 2 unit with 90 armor and 35-46 the melee attack and defense. Their weapon strength doesn't really matter, just their holding potential. Give these orcs another charge. No reason to let them capture this. We can be a bit aggressive on our defense. The big boss is about to flee. He's been tied down the entire time. Now let's maybe fire on the next group of orc boys that are moving in, then weaken them. Their own phalanx is about to get surrounded, but now they're going to be exposing their own flanks to our crossbows. We can bring our own cavalry teams in now, up and around to annihilate those poor fools. Same thing here with these Jade Warriors, bring them up on this side. Start firing on these boys here. They've actually driven them down the hill, which is hilarious. Keep doing the same here. I think our crossbows are out of ammo, so we're going to bring them around just to defend. Go for a cannon tower. I guess not, only in a few places. It says you have no one to shoot at. Where are you hiding? Bring you to this position. You'll be able to fire right into the backs of that group easily. Now, so let's bring you all the way around there, peasant horsemen. Otherwise, we're having to fight through our own warriors and not getting as good of a charge. That makes sense as why they're not getting as much damage, as these are just peasant archers. Rotate them a little bit so they can fire into the blob. Hopefully a little bit more completely. You're losing this position, though. It's a lot of towers about to go down. Can I demolish you real quick? I thought no. Cannon tower here. Bring these guys round. Start blasting into those orc boys. A bloody front line here. The next wave of bolts crashes on in. We're like a small shower of bolts. Pretty brutal front line, though. All on piling up on both sides. Goblin, Orc, and Cathayan. Now we got the cannonballs blasting in, and that should quickly turn the tides. And the defense is successful. Never any doubt, we lost almost no one. Hit you all in a moment. Never any doubt. 1,500 fall, only 343 of our own, which we could pretty easily venerate. I think we will, since there's no telling if there's more of these stacks nearby.
They have a use.
In fact, we are now being attacked at the Firemouth by a bunch of spawn. Now that's really unfortunate because with the spawn and rock llamas, as we were out on the open field, we don't stand a chance. We'll give this to them and then we'll turn around and fight. Here at the Firemouth, looks like Village had something to do with this one.
Earn the Emperor's boundless love.
Unfortunate. We must break from war, so the altars of our masters can be built and slaves sacrificed. I actually might not mind a peace with you for some time, because we can take the opportunity to rebuild the Bastion settlements, and all he's really going to build up is going to be Chaos Warriors, or normal Tzeentchian fellas, which are going to be less ranged than ours anyway, so we'll go ahead and counter-offer. Do you have any more gold you're willing to offer? Ah, we're capped at 3,000.
We accept. Do you?
For a time.
Embarrass yourself.
Aaron also, he wants to trade? He's a friendly Norscan? Come, let us sign a pact in the blood of innocence and seal it in the bones of your fathers. I am so confused. Alright, guess we're turning the Dolgan good. Give me gold. Now this makes no sense at all, but now we're making buddies with the Everchosen and the Warhost of the Apocalypse. Peace through power. Alright, it looks like Grimgor managed to get a Wa going, and how does it already have max troops? This looks like nonsense. So after losing battle after battle after battle, he has enough fightiness to get a Wa going? And with a full stack in a turn? I'm smelling some shenanigans. This looks like an awful army too. I see 2 Arachnaroks and the Swamp Things. This we're going to need several of our own armies to deal with. Wicked game. Mountains of Morn are about to have a rebellion. So what was the flavor text here? The grand artificers of Cathay's impregnable heart of industry are capable of creating weapons reputedly as everlasting as the Bastion itself. Fantastic. And with that, I am out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Yuan Bo episode. If you enjoyed, remember to leave a like for the Light God and a sub for the Sub Throne. See you on the next one.